Monday, May 6th, has issued a high risk of severe weather, and it is confirmed that it is causing damage. Again, it's this little area right here. If you are in this area north of Parkin,
Now, hello everybody, my name is Christian and welcome back to Skycast, and today we are going to be diving into a severe weather kind of a talk, where we are starting to get into meteorological spring. Things are starting heating up. We have areas of severe weather that do look to be on the way across portions of the United States. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, one thing that I do want to highlight is we're going to be right here on Radar Omega looking at the NAM model. Do be advised things can change. But as we start getting into portions tomorrow, we could see strong to severe storms pop up across portions of southern Indiana, southern Ohio. It's going to be very rainy out here. We could see maybe a strong storm or two pop up as some of this convection does move into portions of Ohio. But things are really going to start popping up around the 5 and 6 o'clock area. And this is kind of the general area that I would say that we could have a stronger storm. If anything, this would be a brief, very brief spin up tornado or some damaging winds. Overall, this isn't a high-end threat, and I don't know if the Storm Protection Center will upgrade to that marginal risk for this storm system, but this is going to be a very brief threat, maybe a 2 or 3 hour threat. For there to be some stronger potential of storm. And it's really going to be along the river right here, the river, the Ohio River, I do believe it's called, that borders Louisville into Indiana and Kentucky. So definitely need to stay weather aware. Once again, that risk is going to be all the way up from most likely from Dayton, Ohio, all the way down into portions near Mayfield, Kentucky. So stay weather aware tomorrow if you are in the Indiana, Kentucky region. That the overall really low threat. Don't want to stick on this too much. Now I want to shift over to Sunday. Now I do want to shift over to Sunday where we are highlighting another severe weather risk across portions of Tennessee, maybe even Oklahoma. Let's get right into it. Now, if we are taking a look at the 500 millibar winds, or kind of the upper level winds that are kind of driving our areas of storm, this right here is what is going to be causing that system towards the Ohio Valley. Overall, not very interesting, kind of just a small end trough that is driving that brief, strong to severe threat. But as we kind of continue this run, you can see things begin to look more interesting, that we have kind of this donut shaped thing over here off of the coast of California. And this is what is going to be expected to drive our severe threat. And it remains over there for a few days until we get into the first, where it starts making its way onto California. And then as this continues to shift, that is where you start seeing that kind of that baby shortwave play kind of come into effect here. And this is going to be on the border of Oklahoma and Texas right here. And I do believe that this will be kind of that bordered threat. Eventually, this will continue off to the east and weaken. So once again, this will be more of a not as brief threat as we're seeing tomorrow, but still will not be a very, very extreme potent outbreak or anything of that nature. For this event too, if we are looking at the dew points or the active moisture that is in the area, you can see we do have a decent amount of moisture funneling out of the Gulf of America, especially across portions of Oklahoma and into Texas. Southern Texas has that greater dew point, but that main severe threat sparked will likely be on the Oklahoma-Texas border. And then as you continue that on, as that trough continues down south, we could see maybe a bit more of that severe weather spark across Mississippi and Louisiana before that kind of dies off, and then more moisture kind of funnels out of the Gulf of Mexico. But we're not going to get that far yet. Just kind of highlighting the second into the third for an area of severe weather across the deep south area. Behind that trough that we are watching, we could see another trough develop right here near Oklahoma City. That would bring areas of severe weather anywhere possible from Louisiana, Mississippi, all the way up into portions of Kentucky and southern Indiana. Although that does exist, it is very much downtrended. You can see it weakening as it gets closer to Kentucky. So definitely, also we have that maybe another trough kind of behind that. that kind of moves through. That one has a bit more strength, it looks like, to it. But this one does look like it has downtrended a little bit for the most part. This is the portion where you start getting more out into less accuracies. So don't really take that as a severe forecast. But tomorrow could see isolated storms. Sunday across Oklahoma, Texas, and east into maybe Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama could see a threat. And then as we start getting into the 4th into the 5th, if that continues to trend, we might have something there too. So definitely a need to stay weather aware as we start getting into portions of meteorological spring, which is March 1st. Now, this is a relatively short video, and I do understand that, but I am actually diving into about ready to record my tornado season forecast, so that will likely be the most recent video on the channel. Feel free to go and watch that. Have a great day, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one.